Hi, and welcome to my 2-week update. It's actually the Thursday after the 2-week update. So yesterday was Wednesday, which makes it exactly 2 weeks since the surgery. I'm up and I'm about. Still a little bit tender, and still a little bit limited in what I can do, but overall I feel like I'm pretty good. Walking roughly a kilometre or 2 kilometres, 1 kilometre each way, go 1 kilometre, turn around and come back, and have been incrementing that distance by 100 metres each way, so incrementing by 200 metres in total, and I wouldn't say every day, but maybe every second day. And so now we're up to well, hopefully today, subject to weather, we'll go for probably 2.2 kilometres. During my stay in hospital, I received a huge amount of sweets, chocolates, chips, lollies, etc. And as I've said before in previous videos, I have a likelihood of developing diabetes, so I've been trying to toss up whether to eat them all really fast and sort of make myself sick, or go slow and work my way through it. Either way, every time I'm consuming a piece of chocolate or a chip, I can't help but think, what's my kidney doing with this, and is it going towards making diabetes worse? However, my plan is, once I have finished it, or finished most of it, then I will be going low carb and intermittent fasting in the Jason Fung method, I think. If you want more information about Jason Fung, he's a nephrologist who has found that fasting is probably the smartest way to reverse diabetes and have less impact on the kidney. I'm not lifting anything over 5 kilograms as per the doctor's orders. Means I'm also not able to drive, and it's difficult when you go out and people look at you expecting, you're the man, you should be lifting things, and having to step back and say, I actually just had major surgery, sorry, can't at the moment, which is a little bit uncomfortable mentally, but I'm getting there. A workaround. So one of the, as you can see from the picture here, the scar is sort of just above the underwear elastic would normally sit. So one of my workarounds is to fold the elastic down so that it doesn't continually rub against there. But as you can also see from these scars, they are healing exceptionally well. I'm quite pleased with the way they're progressing. As you can see from this video, I can also now completely lift all 3 balls with my lungs. So my lung capacity has returned to normal, which makes me greatly happy. As you would have seen in the previous video, I was quite nervous about the fact that I couldn't even get 1 ball up properly. So now I've overcome that issue and all is good. 2 days ago I felt really good, so I thought I'd do 2 squats. They were very slow, controlled squats, and whilst I was happy with what I did think to myself, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, not just yet. We're only 2 weeks after major surgery, so I've decided not to do any more. Plus I had a few twinges on my right side, and I suspect those twinges, almost like a stitch feeling, I suspect those twinges are actually as a result of my one and only kidney on the right hand side now enlarging and starting to pick up some of the process. The strict instruction is to drink at least 2 litres of water per day in order to make the kidney pick up. Unfortunately, I'm nowhere near that. I'm doing maybe 1.2, 1.5 litres per day. And I'm finding myself having to force myself and to remember to drink water. That's probably the biggest downside that I've got so far. and usually I don't remember until in the evening, and then of course it means having to get up in the night to empty the bladder. So I haven't got a workaround for that yet, but when I've got one I'll let you know. Rest and recuperation is not one of my stronger points. I've got an active mind, and I like to be doing things and keeping things going. So I've been on the computer doing lots of programming and IT type stuff and experiments. When I'm not doing that, I'm watching Netflix, but I got to say, there is only so much Netflix and only so much YouTube that you can deal with. And it seems like YouTube, as soon as I watch something, the algorithm wants to tell me to watch something else, which I'm not really interested in. So I'm starting to get what you might call cabin fever, but a walk outside tends to help with that. And once I've had the walk outside though, I feel really quite drained and ready to sit down and watch the mind-numbing shows on YouTube or Netflix. But overall, I can say that, as I've said in the end of the previous videos, the experience is quite an adventure, and if I was looking at this 12 months before making the decision, my recommendation would be go for it. It's one of the best things you can do for another human being to, some are saying save the person's life, but I just see it as actually improving their ability to have a decent lifestyle, and one that I'm quite used to. So I don't see it as being a legend or being a hero or any of those superlatives. I think it's just something that you need to do when you're comfortable doing it, because it makes a difference for somebody else. Anyway, so this is a 2-week update. I will probably provide an update at the 4-week point when I've been to see the doctor. My understanding is that when I've been to see the doctor and I can do star jumps, I can get my license back.